Okay, let me know if you guys can see my screen. Hello?
Yes, what's up?
Yeah, I'm saying, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So today we are going to start with the EDI training. I think we have already covered the basics of healthcare in previous training classes. Like what is a claim, what are payers, providers, what are the different types of plans and all. And the deck or the slides that I've shared in my previous class. If any one of you don't have that, just let me know in the group. I'll share that with you guys. Because yeah, and I think the videos are also available for that training. Let me know if you guys don't have access to it or want to revisit the recording of that. I can provide you that. Okay.
Is the EDI training separate from the BA training?
Okay. So the training here is divided into two parts. One is the normal BA training. I think you get like 6 7 videos for the basic BA training, right? What
Yeah.
does a BA do and what are their roles and responsibilities?
Yes.
Then once you complete that, then you come to healthcare domain, right? So the healthcare domain training starts then, and under the healthcare domain itself the EDI comes, so it is not separate from healthcare.
Got it.
So that's why we did healthcare domain training first, and now we are going to EDI. So in healthcare domain also, we covered mostly the payer side of it. There is, apart from payer, there is a provider side as well. We didn't focus much there, but going forward, if anyone needs, knowledge on the provider side as well, like the EHR, EMR, Epic, Cerner, HL7, Fire. So these kind of stuff. So we can cover that as well, but mostly the focus is on the payer side, the insurance side. Okay.
Got it.
Yeah. All right. So today we are going to start with the EDI training. Now, even before that, I would like to show you guys something. So I'm actually working on a portal. I'm trying to create this website using this Codex, Claude, and all. Basically, this is a simulator. This is a learning workspace where a healthcare BA can practice most of the tasks that he might have to do in an actual project, right? So if you see, you can see like what is the level of progress on the different kind of work which you might have to do, right? You can actually go to Jira, and you see in Jira you create tickets, right? Like what is the, is it a story, is it a task? So if anyone of you have already used Jira or might have seen a video on Jira, so here you can do actually that. The problem is that for Jira practice, you have to use a email ID and they give you access for just 14 days or 30 days. After that, you have to pay them. So I'm trying to create a portal where, anyone can use it uh, without, the payment, recurring payment and all. So say I gave a name and I'll create an issue. So this issue is created in the backlog. You can go to the backlog. Okay, this thing is not working right now. Yeah, oh sorry, here it is. In the backlog, you can go to the story, you can click on it. Okay, this link is not working. Actually, I'm still working on it. So basically, you can do everything. So there is something called Confluence, which we use. So we use Confluence in project where we these days we are not using Word, Microsoft Word, mostly in agile project. We have a website called Confluence. There we if you want to create any document, right? Say you want to create a BRD or a FRD, so everything can be created using the pre-existing template, right? You simply have to click on this. Okay, I'll show another slide. See, you simply have to just click on create page. You just give the title and create, select the template. Is it a BRD or is it a FRD? Is it a process flow diagram? Is it a data mapping? And it will create a template for that, right? And that template, you just have to fill in the detail and you can use it. Are you guys following?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, yeah. Any questions so far?
No, none so far for
No.
me.
Okay. So there are some tools. You might also have heard about these tools like QNext, uh, Edifex, right? So the stimulation for those tools will also be available here. But again, this is just work in progress. So I just wanted to show you guys, just to give a glimpse of how you have to use different tools when you start working as a BA, right? I mean, these things might not make much sense now, but once you have good idea, basic idea of different thing, then these things will be very useful for you to understand how actually things work in real time, right? So this is still work in progress. Once it will be ready, I'll share the link with you guys, take your feedbacks and all. But yes, today's topic is EDI, so let's jump to EDI. Anyone have any idea what is an EDI? What does it stand for? Why is it used? While I'm opening this slide.
No,
Is,
I'm fairly new to EDI.
doesn't it stand for electronic data interchange?
Correct. Correct. That's correct. That's perfect. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So even before I start with EDI, I'll just simply start with a small story, right? Say for example, in US there are so many different companies, right? And these companies have to work, exchange data with each other. So you take about any domain, say for example, retail domain, right? Walmart, right? So Walmart procures so many items, so many products from different warehouse, different vendors. So to procure that thing, to purchase that thing, they have to send a purchase order, right? So for every purchase they will make, they have to generate a purchase order, right? For every sale they will do, or they will take some item, for that also some kind of sale invoice or purchase invoice or some kind of receipt has to be generated. Now say there is a company called Walmart, there is a company called Walgreens, there is a company called uh, uh, Home Depot, there is some other company, so 7-Eleven. So different companies have different format of their uh, purchase order. I'm talking about same file, purchase order. Every each of these retail giants, they have to generate a purchase order to procure item from some kind of vendor, right? But all of them have different format, right? Say some company have the format where they have purchase order ID, then the item name, then the number. So say they have 5 fields. Some other company, say Walgreens, have a different format. Instead of purchase order ID, they are calling it order ID, right? Instead of number of items, they are giving they are not saying number of item, they are just saying bill of material and quantity. So the field name is different, but more or less the content is same, right? Just take for example, someone who has graduated from Japan, someone who has graduated from India, someone who has graduated from America, right? They all have done graduation in computer science, and they all have a uh, they all have a result, right? They all have a report card. In the report card, they will have name, subject name, the grades. But it might happen in Japan that the grade is in form of outstanding, excellent, A, OEA kind of thing. In India, the number is in form of out of 100 he scored 70, out of 100 he scored 75. So you will see more or less the data is same, but the formatting is different. Till here, are we clear?
Yes.
So I gave two examples. One is of purchase order and the other is your report card. So similarly, in healthcare, if I come to healthcare, say in US, what happens? We all know that anyone who has insurance, right? If suppose I have Subhash Jha, I have an insurance. The insurance is with Blue Cross Blue Shield, right? So I'll go to a doctor. I'll show my member ID card. The doctor will actually see my member ID card. He will check whether, if I went to that doctor to get a root canal surgery, he will check whether, according to my plan, is that covered or not. In his portal, in his website, he checked. If yes, I am eligible, he will give me the service and he will raise the claim to Blue Cross Blue Shield that, hey, your member came to me. I gave him this root canal surgery. I did root canal surgery on him. And the charge was $200. I didn't take a penny from him. Now, because he is insured from your company, pay me back $200. Fair enough? Good till here?
Yes.
Okay. Now that dentist, suppose that that dentist, the claim he is using is kind of non-EDI, non-standard. I mean, then he will say that, okay, this is my claim number, uh, this is the procedure I did, this is the charge, this is, so he has filled up 5 fields, right? Similarly, there is some other doctor who is giving some, he's also a dentist, but his format is different. So suppose there are, say, 100 dentists in US, not in US, let's talk about Texas. There are 100 dentists, and if they have 100 different format, it would be so difficult for the insurance company to process the data because every data format is different, right? So just to avoid that problem, during the, I think in 1994, this healthcare EDI thing was introduced. So they said, let's use standardized format for a regular data that is being sent or received, right? For example, the purchase order, which I just said, there is a fixed format for that. 825 EDI 825 is the purchase order invoice, right? For claims, there is a CMS. There is a company in US, not company, an organization, CMS, which actually governs everything related to insurance. They dictate all the rules. So they came up with this EDI format, and they said, going forward, any healthcare company, if they are sending or receiving these data, they have to do it in EDI standards and not simple paper form. So EDI is a standardized electronic format of standardized data that is being, shared or exchanged between different companies. Are we good till here?
Yes.
Could you give me like a second to copy the notes?
Sure, sure. I can share this one with you guys. The slide.
Oh, okay. No problem.
So ANSI, American National Standard Institute, they came up with this EDI standard. And we don't need to know like who is the father of EDI and all, but just good to know that in 1968 this concept of EDI was introduced, right? Before standard EDI, business and hospital relied on paper files, postal, mail, faxes, manual data entry. So that's why the error were very high. Processing took weeks, and if the document gets lost, so it is a loss of business, loss of some kind of valuable business data. So that is why electronic standard EDI was introduced. Now, what does EDI do? EDI standardized that no matter if you are a provider, right? If you are a doctor or some kind of service provider, you have to use a standardized format, right? And in 1996, HIPAA is a Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. So basically, with that act, it tells you HIPAA is very important. We have to know what is HIPAA. So HIPAA is a standardized rule, or you can say guideline, that anyone dealing with this healthcare data has to follow. Whether it is doctor, whether it is the insurance company, whether it is an IT company like Cognizant, Accenture, who is dealing with these type of data, or whether it is a third party vendor who is directly or indirectly involved. So they have to govern by the rule of HIPAA, right? I think in the second class I already have uh, said that what are the HIPAA rules. So I'm not going in much detail. So HIPAA made mandatory that healthcare data exchange has to be done in EDI format, and particularly again in healthcare there are different types of EDI files used. So the insurance company, with the EDI files that insurance company use, that comes under X12 standardized format. So you can think that X2 all the different types of EDI files that is used by an insurance company comes under X12 standardized format. Okay. Again, the hospital side, if they are using EDI file, that comes under HL7 category. Wait, let me see if I have that here. Okay. HL7 I don't have here. Let me see if I have it in the other one. Oh, okay. So these slides are only focusing on your. Give me 1 second. So I don't have HL7 EDI file here, but it's there. Just to give you the context, I'm showing this. Yes. So I'll share this document as well. Yeah. Key components of EDI, why EDI is used, EDI in healthcare. Yes, types of EDI in healthcare. So we just talked about ANSI, ASC, X12 standards. Normally we call it X12 standards. So all the files that is being used for the different types of business process, particularly that comes to insurance company, so they fall under the X12 category. right? For example, 837 is for healthcare claim, 835 is for payment advice, right? 270, 271 is for eligibility care, 834 is for enrollment, 834 is for eligibility enrollment. We will see what are these files. So these are, you see, all these files are somewhere somehow related to the insurance company. Now, what is HL7? HL7 stands for Health Level 7 International. Basically, these are the files, these EDI standard files. They are being used by the hospitals mostly, right? Exchanging healthcare information between different software application. So for example, say hospitals mainly use a software called EHR, Electronic Health Record, or EMR, Electronic Medical Records. So one such software is Epic. Epic is a software, EPIC. So Epic, Epic is a software which you will find in most of the hospitals in US. So through that software, they can like doctor appointment can be booked. If a doctor has seen someone, so he will do the prescription, right? So doctor prescription can be written, doctor prescription can be sent to the, say, someone has been prescribed a lab test, right? So he went to the lab for getting his blood test done, and the lab technician is confused. He want to review the prescription given by the doctor. So they can, using this Epic portal only, they can access that as well. So this exchange of data, which is being done between different departments of a hospital, the exchange is done using EDI HL7 standard, right? So for example, we will see the example later, but am I able to explain the difference between X12 and HL7?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll ask a question here. Suppose if uh, if a front desk receptionist in a hospital wants to send some critical information, someone has a doctor appointment, but she wants to add a note to that pre uh, uh, existing appointment. So what kind of EDI standard would be used for that data transfer?
H7.
Yes, HL7, not H7,
Yeah,
HL7.
HL7. HL7.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And if suppose a provider, say a doctor, has seen someone and he wants to send a claim to the insurance company. So what kind of EDI standard would be used?
X12.
Very good. Very good. Do you know which particular X12 standard?
Like, wait, particular one would be
37.
837. Yeah.
Very good. Yes, 837. Now let's, okay, there are other, sorry. And guys, please don't hesitate to ask questions, because the more question you will ask, I feel good that you guys are understanding. When no one asks a question, I think that maybe you guys are not the material is too complex to make you guys understand. So
Uh,
please ask
I
questions.
do have a question. Sorry.
Sure.
So what is the main difference between X12 and HL7?
Okay, that's a
Like,
good question.
like put it in simple terms, like so that I can just try to like
So
understand it. Repetition.
yes. So I'll tell you.
Mm-hmm.
X12 standards like 834, 837, 270, 271. they are being used for business purpose. They are mostly somehow related to member enrollment or claim,
Okay.
right? But
Mhm.
HL7, the standards used in HL7, right? They are mostly used for exchanging patient data. So patient visit, right? Patient prescription, patient's lab test report, no, not report, but lab test prescription. So anything mostly related to patients and hospitals will come under HL7, and
Interesting.
the insurance business related files will come under X12 transaction.
Okay. Got
So
it. Thank you.
I mean, from the business or functional point of view. Again, whenever I say functional, that means business, right? So functional point of view, technically they are also very different. So the format of a EDI X12 standard is very different than a HL7 file.
Right.
We will look into that later, but so yeah. So these two, now going forward, when you guys start working as a EDI analyst, 80 to 90% of the time you guys have to work with either X12 or HL7. Sometimes you have to work with NCP-DP. Okay. So what is NCP-DP? This is when you are working for a pharmacy benefit manager, PBM. PBM, right? PBM stands for pharmacy benefit manager. Now, the restriction with X12 is you can send only medical institutional, professional, and dental claim with X12 standards. So 837 are of three types. 837 PID, just remember PID, professional, institutional, and dental. So you can only send three types of claim. So dentist can send 837D. Hospitals, if they want to send claim, they will send 837I, which is institutional, and professional. Individual doctors, if they have a practice, if they have a doctor chamber, they will send 837P. But what about the vision? So suppose if a doctor who is an eye doctor, so how will he send a claim, right? So there is a different. I mean, he has to send somehow in the under 837P and I only. What about pharmacy? So in US, you guys know, right? If you want to if you want to take a medicine, so you have to take your insurance card to the say the dispensary, right? The pharmacy dispensary. They will check your card. They will check for eligibility. They will send out a claim instantly. You know the difference between the claim in a uh, in a normal medical claim and a pharmacy claim is this. So in a normal claim, the doctor visited, the doctor did the service, he will send a claim, the claim will get approved, right? Then the payment will come. There is a 30-day cycle for that, right? So ideally they get it within 30 days, but they take almost 30 days to get the money back. But in pharmacy, it's very different. In pharmacy, they will get the money instantly. So suppose you went to Walgreens, right? There you can buy medicine. So you went there, you gave your card that, hey, I want, and you gave the doctor prescription also, that doctor has prescribed me, say, these two medicine, right? Painkillers. They will check your card. They will take the prescription, send both of them in their portal, and it will be instantly sent to a PBM, pharmacy benefit manager. And there are so many job openings, and these days candidates are getting job in a PBM company only. So what does a PBM do? They will see that, okay, yes, he is a valid insurance holder. and okay, this medicine, yes, he can get this medicine according to the plan, according to the services he has taken. He should get this medicine. Then they will instantly send out the request for, like, whether it is approved or rejected. So if it is approved, the dispensary will give the medicine, and the Walgreen will be automatically paid instantly by that PBM. Say for example, a PBM is, say, Smith RX, True RX. These are the name of PBMs. So they will instantly give the payment to the company. So for that kind of claim, they send NCPDP. NCPDP, National Council for Prescription Drug Programs. This is mainly for pharmacy claims, or RX claim also they are called. Are we good till here? Or any questions?
So my question is the NC PDP. Those claims are separate from the X12 claims.
Yes, yes. They are
Okay.
separate from sorry,
S-
which claim you said?
the X12. The
X12. Yes, yes.
X12, yeah. I just wanted to clarify. So, I don't know if I have this correct, but X12 is mainly for when a doctor is charging for a patient, correct? Like it's like a claim for health insurance regarding patient services versus the NCPD is for prescription only.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Any other question, guys?
I'm all set.
No.
We'll quickly see the difference in the structure. So these three files have different structure. Okay, so can you see? Yes. So this is the one that you see here. This is a X12 structure. Uh, is my screen visible, guys?
Yes.
Okay, so this is a X12 structure. So these are elements, you know, here we will have the data mostly related to, this is the 837 claim file structure. So there the structure is like this. They will have interchange, envelope, functional group, and the data would be inside these segments. So see, 85 represents something, 2 represents, say, place of service, right? uh, this is the hospital name. So here, because we are sending data related to claims, HL7 structure here, because we are sending data related to some kind of say patient ID, patient name, patient visit date, right, something like that. So the structure is like this. Where NCPDP, the structure is like this. They will all there also, they will have patient first name, last name. There mostly drugs related thing would be there. National drug code, what is the drug code, what is the dosage, right? what is the number of medicine that needs to be done. So the structure is different, and all the three are have different use. This is used mostly for claim related thing. This is used for patient related information exchange, and this is used for, of course, pharmacy related. Okay. Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
Great. Great. Okay. All right. Moving forward then, so now we know what are the three different types of, there are other types of EDI as well, but I'm not going in much depth because those are very rarely used. So there is Diacom, there is other ones as well. But let's focus because our most of the work would be here only related to X12, and again some part related to HL7. So now let's focus on X12. Okay. So you will see like what are the different types of X12 standards and how are they, how do they, how do they, how are they related? I mean, in which sequence are they used? Say, first of all, the file that is used is 834 and 820. So what is 834 file? Enrollment. So this is a very important term. You have to understand what is enrollment. Can anyone try to take a guess what is enrollment?
Enrollment as an enrollment in health insurance, like
Very
if
good.
they get approved for the health insurance or getting started with health insurance.
Very good. Yes, yes, yes. That is what enrollment is. So enrollment is converting a simple employee data. I'm saying employee data because uh, mostly, like, we when we work on the group insurance side. In the first day we understood there is something called group insurance, then there is something called individual insurance. So most of our work involves with the group insurance, where companies take insurance for their employees. So that is called group insurance. Now company, when they want in their all the employees to be insured, they send the employee data, right, to the insurance company, right? They will take a dump of all their employee, maybe in a CSV file, in an Excel file, and they will send it across to the insurance company. Now insurance will process this file. They will load this file into their processing system, which is like QNext. It could be QNext. It could be Facets. It could be HRP. So these are the very common processing system, payer processing system they are called. So they will just upload this data, and with every member they will add a member ID. With every member they will tag them to a particular plan, and for every member the start date and end date would be added, that this is the validity of their. So now this process is called member enrollment. So converting a normal member or a normal employee data into an insurance member, right? So this is done using 834 member enrollment, 834 EDI file. Okay. I'm not going in much detail that how that process works, because that is something we will explore later. Otherwise, it would be too complex for you guys right now. So I'm just telling you that 834 EDI file, and during interview also they normally ask that what is an 834 EDI file or what is 834 file used for. So you have to say member enrollment. If they ask you more, then you can say that yes, converting a normal employee data to member data by adding these few information. This is what member enrollment is, right? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, all right. 820 is for premium payment. So of course the member have to pay payment if it is sponsored by the company or the employee, then the company will sponsor the payment. So they have to do the payment through, I mean the information would be exchanged using 820 EDI file, right? So okay, I know this confusion happened to me as well. So if I'm saying that 820 is used for premium payment, that doesn't mean that 820 is kind of a payment server, right? Or a payment gateway through which the payment is being done. No, this means that the premium payment information is being exchanged. So once you do the payment, a 820 file would be generated, which will have all the information that premium was paid on this date, was paid by this member, was of this particular amount. So that means this information would be sent using a 820 EDI file. Okay. Next is your eligibility check. So I said, and in my previous class also I have told this thing, that the first thing that insurance company or a provider, sorry, not insurance company, that a provider does when a member visit is they check for eligibility check, right? Whether the eligible member is eligible for that particular service or not. Suppose a member has gone to doctor and say, hey, I want to get a hair transplant. So of course the doctor will log into the portal that is called provider portal, because doctors are providers. So provider portal. So he will log into the provider portal, give the member ID, which is written in the member card of that patient or that member, and he will give some other detail like date of birth or something, and he will see whether what is the plan. Okay, plans say PPO Silver A26. So under PPO Silver A26, hair transplant is covered. Okay, good. Yes. So yes, sir, I can do this service. Come on, take your seat. Come here. Let's start the procedure. Right? He will give the service. The charge would be captured, and the claim would be then once the member is gone, he will generate the claim. Right? So, okay. So. So this eligibility check is done in this request 270 and 271. These file work in pair 270, 271. There is other file which work in pair is 276, 277. So why I say that they work in pair? Because 270 is the request and 271 is the response. Right? 270 is the request format and 271 is the response format. So when the provider is sending member ID, date of birth, he is just sending in simple box, right? Like we do in a portal. He's just doing that. But in the back end, the data is being converted into a 270 EDI file, and that is being sent to the server, right? And in response, the server is giving him a 271 format, right? Is this clear, or you guys have any query?
That's clear.
Yeah, clear for the most part.
Right. So this, and that is why we whenever we say, we call it 270, 271. And guys, please, I mean, if you guys are taking notes or whatever, please try to understand each and every line of what I'm saying, because most of your interview questions comes from these basic things, right? So see, 270 transaction, 271 transaction. You have submitted some submit inquiry for eligibility. You will submit some information, and out of that you will get the eligibility response, that what is the copay amount, what is the validity date, right? Coverage date, is there a co-insurance he has to pay. So every detail would be given, he will get in 271 output response. Good?
So
Clear?
it's basically like a pre-request, and then you're getting a response based on the information you filled out on that request, right?
Exactly, yes.
Okay, yeah, understood.
Okay, next comes your, and you see we are going in sequence. First, the member got enrolled, he has done the premium payment. Then, suppose he went to a doctor, then his eligibility was checked. Eligibility check is done. Then the claim would be submitted. Claims always get submitted in a 837 format. There are three format: PID, professional, institutional, dental. And whenever a claim is submitted to the insurance company, say a provider has submitted a claim 837 format, he will get a response. The response is maybe in a form of TA1 or 999. Response means acknowledgement. This is not response basically. This is an acknowledgement file. So the 999 file will be sent back to the provider. It will have the detail that yes, your file was received successfully and it does not have any error. If it has error, then it will say your file was received successfully, but it has error in this particular section. So please resend the file. So this is an acknowledgement file. TA1 and 999 both are acknowledgement file. So depending on the company's requirement, either TA1 is configured or 999 is configured. We can send any of them. It's not that both of them has to be sent. Okay, good till here.
Yep.
Any question? Please ask. Please clear your doubts.
So like I'm seeing there's a claim and there's acknowledgement, and then in the next the fourth one it says claim acknowledgement, like on the top one, right? So how is that different? Like,
This one.
yeah, like in the claim status it says claim acknowledge, right?
Very good. Very good.
Like the
Yeah.
first one. So like what's the difference between the claim submission and the claim status claim acknowledgement?
Okay. So 837 is the file which will have all the details related to claim. So what kind of data it will have? It will have the doctor name, the procedure code, the disease code. And in these files, everything is in form of code, right? So the charge won't be in code, but the charge and everything would be there in 837 file. Now, for a 837 file, there are four kind of acknowledgement that can be sent back to the provider, right? First is your TA1. TA1 is the header segment acknowledgement. That TA1, if suppose I am a provider and I have sent a claim to BCBS, I have sent a 837 file. If I receive a TA1 file as an acknowledgement, that means the header part of an of my EDI file is correct. What is the header file? I'll show you. See, this is a skeleton of a EDI file. I mean, these lines should be filled up, but it's not. I'm just wanted to show the structure of a EDI file. That's why. So these three segment, ISA, GS, and ST. If these things are called segments. ISA segment, GS segment, ST segment, NM1 segment, right? So these are all segments. So TA1 will only say that these three segments are correct. If I send a TA1 file, right? I mean, I have sent a file, 837 file, and if I receive a TA1 acknowledgement, that means my file's header segments are correct. What kind of data you will find in header segment? You will find the sender information, receiver information, those kind of thing, right? If I get a 999 acknowledgement file instead of a TA1 file, that means my file has been received successfully by them. It has been received at their end, and there is a section in 999 file which will say that the file is in correct format, right? There is no missing information, that mandatory fields are missing or not. So these things are not missing. So when I send the 837 file to insurance company, they can either send me TA1 file, 999 file. They can even send me a 277 CA file. 277 CA file is also a claim acknowledgement file. CA means claim acknowledgement. So 277 CA file means, yes, your claim was received successfully and everything looks correct. So they can either configure TA1, either configure 999 or 277 CA. Now it depends on what their business think, and they can configure any of these three. There is one more 277 DRA file. There is one more acknowledgement file which is a 277 DRA. Now 277 DRA is not, it's not that 277 DRA has to be configured along with either or. It can be configured with 277 CA. So DRA means the decision acknowledgement, something related to denial or something, that whether the claim that you send is approved or rejected. Denial, reason, acknowledgement, something like that. DRA. It stands for DRA. 277 DRA.
Or denial request acknowledgement.
Yes.
Okay.
So this will tell you that the file, see, 277 CA only tells you that whether the claim was received or not, right? And the structure is fine or not. But DRA, 277 DRA will actually tell you that whether the claim got approved or rejected or pending. There could be 3 states. We will look into that later, but now you understand why there are 3-4 different types of acknowledgement, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And 276, 277, they again work in pair. So 276 is a claim status request, that what is the status of my claim. And in response, 277 DRA file would be sent, or 277, normally we call it 277 file, will be sent showing the status of the claim. And the last is your 835. So once a claim is approved, then a 835 file would be sent to the provider that, okay, you sent the claim for $200, but only $120 was approved. $40 was not approved because it was copay amount. Copay means that has to be paid by the member, but you didn't take it from member, so that's not our lookout. You take it from the member, right? And the other $40 is not approved because the plan has a maximum limit of $120 for root canal surgery. So no, maximum limit of $160. So $40 you take from the member, $120 we are paying, and other $40 we are not going to pay. Sorry for that. So this is called explanation of benefit, EOB. Right? This information would be sent in a 835 EDI file. Okay, makes sense?
Yep.
All right. Okay, so here everything is mentioned, like why and what does each these files do. So this is an 834 EDI file. See, we are sending the first name, last name, whether he's a male or a female, what is his age, what is his mobile number. So these kind of information are sent in a 834 file. Okay. Shall I move ahead to next slide?
Yeah.
Well, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. Will these slides be available to take notes from?
Yeah, I'll share that after this class. I'll share this slide, that document, and the one more slide I have related to EDI. I'll share all of that.
Okay, and second question, how much longer are we gonna be on this session today?
I know it's getting a bit stretched out today. I'll just take more 10 minutes. Is that if that fine with you guys?
Yeah, 10 minutes is fine. If it was like I could do another 30, but 10 is fine.
Okay. If you could do another 30, then
No, if you want to cut it off at 10, then that's completely fine. I was just prepared to stay on
no,
here
no.
for just
I
30
just
minutes
said
longer.
10 because I thought I don't want to like do a lot in one day so that you feel overwhelmed.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Yeah, but okay. Let's just do it for 10 more minutes. Maybe we can continue later next class.
Quick question. The file, the PowerPoints, will they be posted in the WhatsApp group or the Zoom call?
No, I'll post it in the WhatsApp group.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. So, okay, I'm not going to with these slides because this is the same that I was just talking about. See, you can see here. These are acknowledgement file. TA1 interchange level acknowledgement checks just the envelope header, ISA, IA. 999 is a functional acknowledgement, that's syntax error, invalid segment element structure. 277 is a claim level acknowledgement, business validation, invalid member ID, missing diagnosis. And 277 DRA is the denial or the request, yes, whether it is approved or rejected. Okay, I'm not going in detail here. Different types of 837 claim. Okay, yes. Now, this is a good thing to see. Prior to these EDI files, now these companies are using EDI files to send and receive, send claims and do these kind of stuff, right? But prior to that, paper form were used. So I'll show the paper form as well. So you guys can search it over internet as well. UB04 or 1500, CMS 1500. These kind of files were used earlier for sending and receiving uh these claims, right? So I have that UB04 format. Let me just quickly take it out. Where is it? Okay, let me search for it. Oops, wrong one. uh, I know I kept it here only, but why I cannot see? Here it is. UB04. So UB04 is for which one? I think it's 837I, I guess. Where is it? UB04, or also known as CMS 1450, is for 837I, institutional, right? So this is how the file look like. And even now, today also many providers are there who are sending claims in this format. right? So they have to fill up these details. They will fill up these details, right? That what was the patient name, occurrence date, condition codes. They have to put all the codes here, right? What was the amount, description, what happened, HCPCS rate, serving date, serving unit, total charge, non-covered charge. So they send this. Now there are two ways. If suppose they are sending claim in this format, right? But the insurance company, they have to be HIPAA yes, they have to comply by the HIPAA rules. So they cannot accept a paper format or this kind of format. So what they do is these providers, what they do is they will fill up this form. There are online tools, right? 834 EDI generator. There is a site called HIPAA Suite. HIPAA Suite. There, what people do is they can simply go, and there are UI form where you can simply fill up the data, and at the back end, an EDI file would be generated. So they have different products like, say, 834 generator. Where is it? Enrollment master. Oh no, sorry, 837. So it's just a simple tool, uh, you know, where you can see the tool looks like this. You just have to provide all the information, and you can send button. It will convert the file to a EDI file, right? This data to a 837 EDI format. And you can also configure the SFTP location, right? In IT, when we have to send file to someone to their server, so we have to do something called SFTP configuration, right? So it looks something like this. This is a SFTP tool. So basically, you see, we have to provide uh, the address, the username, password. We have to log in, and we can place folder to their server, right? This is our server. Left side is our server. This is their server. So we can send the file to their server. We can send it through drag and drop. We can send it through email. We can send it through a trigger. So, okay, why I was talking about SFTP location? Yes, I was talking about SFTP because these files that we just saw, they are being sent using SFTP mode. They are faxed also. They can be sent through email. So this is how these kind of files are sent nowadays. Even nowadays, these kind of files are used. But if the company has to comply by HIPAA rules, they have to use the EDI format rather than a paper format. That is called paper claim, right? These files are called paper claims. Okay. Questions?
Oh no. No.
Okay. Okay. Good.
Nope.
Okay. Now let's try to understand the structure of an EDI file. I'll just stop it uh, here. So the structure of a EDI file, it has envelope, functional group, transaction group, segments, loops, and the elements. So you see this loop 2000A, loop 2010A, loop 2010AB. So different loop will have different kind of data. For example, 2000A loop will have the billing provider information, right? Here 2010A, this comes under this loop only. So here all the billing provider name, under 2010 AB we have the address. under loop 2300, we have the claim information, right? So, and these are called your different elements, NM101. These are called different elements, NM101, NM102. And I'll show you how to read a EDI file as well. Give me 1 second. Okay, I think the EDI file is not ready. So let's stop till here because I know it would be a bit too much for one day to cover. But just tell me, like, are you guys clear with whatever we covered so far?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I think I'll need just one more day, and after that we will be ready with the EDI and what kind of question you have to. How can you answer questions related to interview and all? Everything will be able to, how can you explain a project and thing? So everything will be explained in the next class.
Sounds good. Will the next class be next weekend or?
Yeah, next weekend. Yes.
Okay.
Are you guys okay with weekdays as well?
Weekdays are a bit difficult because
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we are
yeah.
doing on weekend. No problem.
Yeah,
Okay.
weekdays will be tough for me, but if it's like maybe